angry that this is happening. And I said, why is this happening and what are we doing about it? So what happened then was, I went home, I got my laptop, and went back inside the seminar room. While the seminar was going on, kumuha kami ng mga position paper, right then and there. And as the good sister was suggesting a while ago, we were able to finish that. It's a position paper against the passage of the Reproductive Health Bill. It turned out that the closing activity of that same seminar was a mass celebrated by the Bishop Gabriel Reyes. And during the offertory, I believe, we presented to him that manifesto, signed by all the batch, like a batch. And that started my involvement in SAFE. You know, si Sister Peron kasi, pag medyo na-convince nyo yan na may magagawa, hindi ka na bibitiwan. So, ako naman, sige, pagin natin ito. So, the matter did not end there because that manifesto was circularized among the different parishes in the Diocese of Antipolo. And there was a signature campaign. I believe it was successful. And somehow it gave us the feeling that we could do something. So after that, touch base with Sister Peron, you know, dito sa SAFE and all that. But what really got me involved again was when I was informed that of all places, Antipolo, where the bishop is pro-life, the city of Antipolo approved a local ordinance, city ordinance, which is a replication of the RH bill then pending in the House. My God, that's a disaster. Diba? Imagine the seat of pro-life, the bishop is pro-life, and here you are, the city council, with the approval of that mayor, the former mayor who passed away. They had a city ordinance. Disaster. So we gathered together and we found a way by which that particular ordinance was annulled and invalidated. Part of the reason is because the vice mayor who succeeded then mayor, who's now still the mayor, Mayor Leyden, is very, very pro-life. You know? We took advantage of a lot of grounds, technical grounds, legal grounds, but the bottom line is that ordinance was invalidated. Now that represents a victory for us, but then again, when we learned that Olongapo, Quezon City, Davao, and the province of Aurora have all enacted local legislation of the same character, we were aghast. It dawned on us that what was happening was the proponents of RH are not content with waiting with the passage of the RH bill in Congress because they have met with defeat after defeat, Congress after Congress. They have not been able to pass the RH bill. And the supporters of RH bill, some local, a lot foreign, have become impatient and have adopted a strategy of localizing the battle. So the battlefront was not really just in the halls of Congress, it is now in your town. It is now in your city. It is now in your province. I'm sorry to say that there are local legislative bodies which have succumbed to the temptation of passing RH. And if you look at these ordinances that have been passed, it's not even surprising that they are just halos Xerox or photocopies ng RH bill in Congress. Okay? So, ganun po ang situation pala, ganun ka-grabe lang. Alright. So, I will echo what the observation of Attorney Santos said. Ang hirap naman sa atin, we observe that saan ka tayo nasagal. We post this, we don't want this, saan ka nasagal. But, next time. Ayan. Sino sa inyo mahilig sa basketball? Everybody?